In this video, I'm going to give you an inside look, literally inside look, into my bassoon case. And you can see the types of things that I tend to carry in my bassoon case. Some of them might be really similar to what you carry in your bassoon case, besides your bassoon, obviously, and some might be a little bit different. So hopefully this gives you some ideas about things you can store in your case or just take with you when you're out performing and whatnot. If you're new here, my name is Dr. Natalie Law, and I'm a professional bassoonist and teacher, and I love helping people of all ages, backgrounds, experience levels learn to play the bassoon and feel confident on this instrument. So if that's a topic of interest to you, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and give me a thumbs up if the video is helpful for you. So I want to just give you a quick bit of background on my bassoon case. I have a Wiseman bassoon case. There's lots of different types of cases out there. If you're playing like a school bassoon or a rented bassoon, you may not have any say in the case that you carry your bassoon in. But if you own your bassoon, there's different types of cases that you can buy that have different features and look different. My case is actually tubular, so it looks a little bit different than some other standard cases. I've had this case for maybe, 10 years, I think. I've had this case for a decade, and one thing I like about the Wiseman cases is their lifetime warranty, so I never have to buy another bassoon case, and so when things start to wear out and things need to be replaced on the case, I can send it back to the company and have them replace it. That was kind of a selling point for me back when I bought it. I have not yet had to do it, so I can attest to the fact that these are pretty solid cases and stand up over time, because I have certainly put it through the paces. Some cases, especially kind of standard rectangular cases, have pockets for music and things. The Wiseman cases do as well, but they're a little bit different. I personally don't carry my tools or my music in or around the case itself, because I don't feel like I need to. I also have another bag that I always carry with me, backpack, that kind of has all of those things in it, partially because I feel like everything that I like to have with me when I'm out doing what I do that would never fit in any bassoon case. Things like I use an iPad to, and a foot pedal, and I have my bassoon harness and other things with me that wouldn't all necessarily fit comfortably in a bassoon case. So my case is really just the case and the bassoon, and I've got a few essentials in there which I'm going to show you right now. So this is my Wiseman bassoon case, and as you can see, it's tubular. And I thought I would go ahead and open it for you because it kind of opens differently than some other cases. So it's actually all Velcro held together. Let's see. All right, and then it opens up like this. So after I open it up, you can see that there's some fabric that covers half of the bassoon case that kind of separates the two halves so the joints aren't rubbing together. I open that up, and there's my bassoon. So I'll talk about a couple things with the bassoon itself, I guess, to start. So these joints are all sort of Velcroed in. That's a really common Wiseman case feature. This is the standard bassoon case. If you order directly from the company, usually you can pick the color of the fabric on the inside, so I have red. One thing I want to point out about any bassoon case is that you should have some type of cloth in between your long joint and your wing joint. So literally when you put the joints together, as you put them away, make sure that you have a cloth. I have this cleaning cloth. It says Forests on it, so I got it from Forests a long time ago. Really any cloth. Just to separate the joints so they don't rub together or, and create damage while it's in the case. Another kind of feature about the Wiseman case is that they have these sort of axe-looking bocal cases that the bocals fit in. I have two bocals in mine. I have my standard everyday bocal that I use for most things. And then I have another backup vocal that I use for when I need to play like high notes and it's a little bit more free blowing, but basically one vocals that I use. I have my seat strap in here. Obviously, that's a necessity. I have my swab in here. I believe this is a Hodge silk swab that I use for my swabbing my joints. Also tucked in there, I have my hand crutch in here. Those are always kind of tucked away in a spot where there's no bassoon joint sitting in. And then finally, the other part of my bassoon case is I have this little pouch. This came standard with the Wiseman case. There's a couple things in here. So common thing is I have a tuner metronome, and I like to have a physical tuner / metronome as opposed to using my phone because I feel like I'm more productive that way. Couple other things, I have my balance hanger that it's installed in on my boot joint on my bassoon, and that makes it so I can play with a harness or neck strap, I suppose, if you wanted to. I have earplugs. These ones are called dubs, just basic earplugs. With all the orchestral playing that I do, it's nice to have hearing protection. Continuing in this little pouch, I also have this clip-on microphone, so it plugs into my tuner, and then I clip this on, usually onto the bocal of my bassoon, and that gives me a more accurate portrayal of where my pitch is at. I used it a lot in chamber music, where you can't easily tell what pitch you're playing at. It's nice to have a clip-on mic so that you know that the tuner is picking up you and not someone else. I also have cork grease in here, so I have cork tenons, and when they become a little bit dry, I use the cork grease for them to fit together. And that's everything that fits inside my little pouch here in the case. Everything else that I use to play bassoon, I carry either in my reed tool bag or in my backpack or outside the case. So that's everything in my Wiseman case. So I hope this video was interesting to you, maybe gave you some ideas about case organization. I'm sure that your case looks different than mine. And if so, what's different about it? What sorts of things do you like to have inside your case? How do you like to organize things? How does your bassoon fit in your case? Tell me about your case and how you organize things down below.